An all new #1 collector's item first issue. At this point, I mean, they're honestly just like taking out first issues every single time there's a new creative team change. It's kind of like it's ridiculous, and this is like another ridiculous thing. The thing is they like to do like the legacy numbering too to make you understand. The numbering's stupid at this point. I don't know if people fall for it. It is a jumping on point, so it's like you do go and like go, okay, well, I guess this is where I can start reading and figure things out if you're lucky. Again, like they don't really write these now, even on the jumping on points for new readers. This is written for people who know Daredevil and know exactly what's been going on, just with a new creative team starting here. So that's what's happening. And here's the new creative team. It's Charles Soule, and who's the artist on this? Does it even say? I don't know. Aaron Cooter here. And Aaron Cooter's art is a little stiff, in my opinion. The figures really don't evoke much emotion. They kind of look a little wonky. To me, it's like a discount John Romita Jr. Now, John Romita Jr. has that little boxy form that you're kind of getting here, and but he's got he just doesn't have the stylistic, I guess, fun with it. It looks more like a webcomic version of a John Romita Jr., if anything. And he started out, and here he is. He's like Matt Murdock's in a cab, and they're calling him Father Matthew as he talks to some diverse cab driver. I guess Saladin Ahmed like relates to diverse cab drivers for some reason. There you go. It's Saladin. Is that his name? Ahmed? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he came on this, and he's been like a well-known like diversity hire in the comic industry, and so I really like have like just very not high hopes for this. As you see, like 4 pages of not much happening, and just very stiff figures that are drawn straightforward. It's not the art like it is just like makes you go ho hum immediately, which is too bad because like they had some pretty great artists on the prior runs. Up to this point. And Matt, so we're 5 pages in. There's no Daredevil. He forgot he's Daredevil. He doesn't remember who he is. This is like amateur writing 101. And it's like I start a character out and he doesn't remember who he is. You're told, like, as an amateur writer, don't do that. Because it always is like, okay, well, especially when you come with a character that's like an established character, you know he's eventually going to come back to Daredevil. So it's like, just skip this because it's boring. And it's like, there's no suspense of whether he's going to become Daredevil or not. Like, he's going to. Like, come on. So it is just a bunch of boring stuff. I do like that he's a Catholic priest or something, like living at some orphanage with like the diversity gang too. You got like, there's probably, I don't know, the writer as a kid. Got a black girl, you know, you got the blonde kid, who's probably gay. Who knows? Because that's probably what they do in Marvel Comics for kids these days. And again, just a bunch of talking heads not doing much. Look at these panels, for example. How lazy is this to do this right here? Oh my God. Lazy first issue. And like, how far are we going to go into this before like there's any action or anything? Oh, well, at least there's this. And so this like kind of reminds you, so like some bad guys show up to the orphanage and he just instinctively fights stuff. But look at how it's written. It's like done in this like spread sort of deal where the fight's glossed over and it's all done in like, it's all kind of jumbly and it's gone. Look at how many ads there are too. Oh my gosh. I forgot how single issues have so many ads, and they don't sell ads of other stuff anymore. It's just all other Marvel comics at this point. So it's like, why are they even doing that? Just put those in the back so it doesn't interrupt the story. And if you get too many of them, are you really excited for like the return of Carnage, like in the middle of like Daredevil? I don't know, whatever. And so he fights off villains, and they're like, okay. And then like we cut to Elektra, who's like been the replacement Daredevil for a while, and Elektra is like she's still replacement Daredevil, and she stands around, but she's got some like demon monster doing things. And this is an oversized issue. So there's not much plot going on here. I'm just going to skip forward. She finally gets to Matt Murdock and is like, how much do you remember? And he's like, nothing. And then it turns out like this demon thing's like eating Elektra's soul or something. I can't exactly tell. That's kind of weird and funky. I like now this part of the plot I actually like. So I'm shitting on this book pretty hard. But this part of the plot, like, I mean, if you started it here, Elektra shows up to Daredevil, and like she's got this weird like demon thing that looks like Moses or something like that, but with horns, eating her. And Matt Murdock is like, whoa, what's going on? I don't even remember what's going on. This is a cool starting point. Like, why didn't you just not do these like 30 pages of like nothing happening before this? You're like, wow, this is a cool plot point, and you're gonna have to remember how to be Daredevil in order to get this demon wonky thing off of her. That's cool. Like I said, the art, like, I mean, this is very dry art that like does not have much like emotion to it and much fluidity, and like you could tell the fight scenes are not a strong point. And look at like some of this here, like there's just not a lot of detail. Like it's very weird. What's his head shape here? I don't know. And he wakes up and it's a dream. He doesn't know what's going on. He kind of remembers being Daredevil now a little bit, and he goes out into the night and just jumps across the rooftops, like trying to figure things out at this point. And then he does catch up with them eventually, sees the evil thing, and look at how like drawn out this is. These like this could have been done in like 10 pages, maybe 5. Like Elektra shows up, and he doesn't remember who he is. She's got a demon thing. He runs out into the night, faces the demon thing, loses, and then goes and fights the demon thing again. And so that would have been an issue back in the day. But nowadays, like he's back with the kids, and I guess he's gonna go out and be Daredevil again, maybe. And then the cops show up, and they're like, Matthew Murdock, you're under arrest. But they all call him Father Matthew, rather than Matthew Murdock. So there we go. Everybody calls him Father Matthew. Elektra even calls him Father Matthew, which makes no sense. I mean, that's where, again, voice-wise, you should differentiate your characters. Like Elektra, like was his former lover and all that, and she knows he's not like a real Catholic priest or whatever happened here, and he's lost his. So she wouldn't call him Father Matthew. She'd call him, hey Matt, or whatever, lover, whatever it is, and that would trigger his memory coming back or whatever. I mean, that's where the character, and she's always very straightforward and punchy to the point like that as a character. So like, that's where you just got to do a little deeper character work. And again, this is just like phoned in garbage that's happening, and it's not as bad as I expected, to be honest. I expected a little bit more. We saw the little diversity kids, but I expected a little more of that from this guy, because he's won awards for doing that kind of thing, and it's not happened here so far. So hopefully it stays that way. But the art's not good. The story's extremely slow. It's an amateur hour book all the way around, and that's that. We'll call this like a 5 out of 10. Way to start a first issue. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.